Hey everybody, Jennie, Matt, and I just talked about Franz Ferdinand, and afterwards we had a conversation about podcasts and pod listenership. Here's a little taste of us talking about pods.
Well, what happened is everybody crapped on the format. You know, you got people like Stern coming in saying how it's not real broadcasting, it's garbage, and you guys were around a lot longer than I was, but even when I was getting into it, we still run into the same thing. It's like, well, you guys are nobodies, and what's going on, and why are you allowed to do this? But we were putting out broadcasts that was just as good as anything else that was out there, especially quality-wise. And now nobody even cares about quality anymore.
Yeah, really.
So now everybody sees the value in it. Everyone is getting into it, and a lot of them are bad.
Mm-hmm.
There's very few even comedians that I can listen to that have podcasts. They're not interested.
Mm-hmm.
We proved that, 6 years ago when we had local comedians on. They don't get it.
I think the problem with a lot of people too is that they don't realize how much work it actually is to keep a podcast going. Like, I don't know how many times people have said, like, I'm going to start a podcast. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And they have like their whole website set up and they've got logos and they've got flyers and they don't make a single fucking episode, or they make 3 and they're like, oh, I'm taking a little bit of a break. I'll get back into it. And they never come back.
Of course not. Pod fade. It's a real thing. And,
everybody thinks it's you just sit down and just I'm just gonna say shit.
No, it's there's things that they don't even think about. Number one, am I interesting? Am I interesting with just my voice?
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't.
Yeah,
they just aren't. Can you carry on a conversation like Justin doing Oh Hi? Justin can do an entire pod. In fact, I'm sure all 3 of us, if we wanted to, could do their own lengthy pod every week. And just talk topic by topic and put it out there. But they don't realize it. And chemistry, nobody understands chemistry.
No.
And nobody understands how important it is to podcasting. Of course, that's why this episode was stellar.
Gold.
This is a 5-star episode.
Gold, Jerry, gold.
But we know not to talk over each other. We know when someone else is making a point, and we know when it's going to be funny to talk over somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Doing video bits.
Yes. For the 3 of us.
I'm not wearing pants.
Who does? Like, seriously, like those are evil.
With this Zoom culture.
They are evil.
But people don't get it. So when they come in and they call people frauds and just don't listen.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you have to make your voice heard.
I mean, unless it's like a real criticism that could actually help me make the show better. Like somebody said, I don't understand why you don't use clips of the songs. And, on the older ones, it was because it was when it was on RFR, like you couldn't. And technically speaking, I don't think I'm supposed to now, but like, I don't give a fuck.
Like it comes into a fair use kind of a thing where you're talking about the songs, you're reviewing them. So you can play a few seconds and
we're talking over it most of the time anyway. So
yeah.
Yeah. And with a pod, and you're putting out this out as a pod anyway. So nobody's it's not gonna get flagged, maybe if you put it onto YouTube because they're super aggressive, but
yeah,
we do this for people so they enjoy it, and if you don't enjoy it, then just move on to another pod.
Personally, I do all of these pods for me.
Pods, do them for yourself is what they say. Just definitely don't think about nobody else. But I'm thinking about you. You can hear the rest of that conversation on After Fact number 75. You can get that by going to patreon.com/ohhijustin. Greatly appreciate that. $1 a month gets you in the club, gets you all sorts of great content and access to different channels on the Discord and stuff. Check that out. And if you'd like to hear our episode on Franz Ferdinand, really all you have to do, whatever podcast platform you're on, go forward 1 episode. Boom.